to Almighty. Hey, shalom, shalom, Israel. I'm saying this is an Isupk Sabbath service. Priest and officer Mahayah with me helping conduct. I got priest and officer Yanzar with me. Also have officers of Doc in the building. All right. We're gonna start off the Sabbath service. Get it commenced by blowing a horn, of course. You just give it a shot, brother. But just sharpen it. Yeah, keep sharpening it. Mozart, right, man. Get a brother in. There you go, right there. That's progression. You know what I mean? That's all good.
Word. Progression.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with that, Almighty, which means to stand. Wapan Yakwadam, which means rise and face the east. Right. Can you hold that and say the prayer?
Yeah. I believe I can.
No.
No.
Okay. No, it's all right. You just hold it. I got you, right? I'll run it down. We start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwatka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Haya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Latandanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawathnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawathinawa. Wala'a. Tabi'ayinawa. Bonasaya 1. Abal. Habashayinawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wataparab. Labulunium. Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Babakashah, Latundanawa, Hakat, Larpa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakat, Lahakwim, Hamathium, Hakat, Arakarawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Tawara Aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. So like the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Prayer for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabiyah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koyayoyam. Wa Agwatyan. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Tawara Aman. In English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahushua. And Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Aishah, Ayanya, Al-Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izoria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa Rataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagolka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashun, Sharamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazolka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Mayatha, Wa'ayda Walam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwabyaka, Yama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yarayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magolia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamyashala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al-Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ala Salakia, Aholia, Adawa, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashath, Amyashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakol, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Manai, Kalnasaya Kamwa, Ashur, Amorawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Naawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanyararaka, Kaash, Tabayaira Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Baholwa, Al-Yaid, Waya, Kaparawa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al-Yawan, Al-Kaharataza. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession, owned by power. Make them like a wheel, as a stumble before the wind, as a fire burned their wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Sir, should we turn? You put that down, Yanazar. You got to blow the horn. Keep it sharp. Oh, he got it now, man. What's your praise? You know what I'm saying? Shalaka, Quadam, if you could present this up, brother. You got to blow it again after he presented this up. Quadam, Banya Hauda, Banya Shala. Yahweh Shema Shabrakata. Oh. You got to say it like that? Chillin', man. What's up with you, brother? Just paying, man. What's good with you? All right. Since this brother is the first reader, right? Get some of this good old. What is it in Hebrew, Yanada? Get some of this good old wine, man. You know what I'm saying? So, right. Other hands. Yeah, each one. That's right. And Yanazar, while he does this, right, we'll just go to Barak while he, you know what I'm saying, drinking and giving the Layash Allah, right? So,
Layash Allah.
Layash Allah. Alright. So you give the horn another blow, Yanazar? No, take your time. You good? Oh, you lost the mojo. Yeah, got a little bit. It's all good. No salute. You'll get it next time. You get it. You get it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So your job, which means to be seated. Grab the Tanakh, right? You see it right there. All right. Hey, Sadat, did you hit that? Yeah.
You wanted it on lower?
What was it on, like?
40, it's on 60.
Where we at?
Oh, never mind. It must just be taking forever. Shalaka, we're picking up at Leviticus, right? We're gonna be at Leviticus, the 2nd chapter, and we're picking up at verse 9. Right. So if you want to follow along, right, you can go to blueletterbible.org. right? Type in Leviticus. You go to the 2nd chapter. And you pick up at verse 9, right? All you got to do is press tools by the scripture that you're trying to read, and it'll transfer over to the Assyrian Hebrew for you, right? All right, so whenever you're ready, Quadam.
Come on, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 9, in the Hebrew. Waharayim, Hakahan, Man, Hamanaka, At, Azaka, Ratham, Wahakwa, Wahakwa, Tayar, Hamaza, Baka, Asha, Rayak, Bunkak. Is that right? I don't
No,
know.
that's a
Bakak. Oh, Salaki, Nayakak. Salaki. La Yahweh. Verse 10. Wahana Wat Rat. Man. Hamanaka. La Haran. Wala Bun Yan Salakia. Wala Bun Yawa. Kodash Yum Ma'aisha Salakia. Ma'aishaya Yahweh.
I think it's Ma'ashia.
Ma'aisha
Ma'ashia.
Salakia. Ma'aisha Yahweh. Verse 11. Ba'kal Hamanaka Aishar Taqwa Raya Salakia. Taqwa Raya Bawa. Or is that bond, sir?
Taqwarya Baya.
Taqwa Baya.
Bawa.
Bawa Salakia. La Yahweh. La
Oh, Salakia. The Quar Yabua.
The Kwa Yabua. Kana Wakan. The Kwa Yabua. La Yahweh. La Ta'aisha. Kamataza. Baya. Salaki Kaya. Kal. Ashar. Wakal. Dabash, La'a, Taqwa, I always get this wrong. Is it Ta? Oh yeah, Taqwa, Salaki.
Where you at? The Taqwa Ta.
Come on, right there. La'a, Taqwa, Tayarwa. Taqwa, Tayarwa. Salaki. Mama Nawa Aisha La Yahweh. Verse 12. Kwarabawa. Is that Ban or Kwar?
That's a bond.
Khan. Kwaraban Ra'ishat Shiyat Ra'ishayat. The Kwara Yabwa. Atham, La Yahweh, Wa'al, Hamazabak, La'a, Ya'ai Lawa, La Rayak, Naya, Salakia, Nayakak. Verse 13, Wakal, Bara Salakia Karabam Salakia Karaban Manakatak Bamalak, Tamalak, Wala'ah, Tashabayat, Malak, Salaki Malak, Barayat, Alahayak, Ma'ail, Manakatak, Al, Cal, Quarabnak, Daqua, Rayab, Malak. Verse 14, Wa'am, it's like Wa'am. Daqua.
No, you had it right.
Oh, so it is Wa'am. Come. Daqua Rayab, Salakia, Daqua Rayab, Manakat, Bakarwa, Rayam, La Yahweh, Abayab, Kwalawaya, Ba'ash, Garash, Karamal, Daqua Rayab, At, Manakat, Bakawa Rayak. That's Bakawa Raya. That's
No, you're right. Up in the now on this, them joints be looking the same, but you're right.
Come,
They look like two bars over here.
Come. Bakwa wa Rayak. Verse 15.
This last one.
Come. Wanatat. Alaya. Shamayan. Shamaywa. Shaman Salakia. I always get them mixed up. Washamat. Alaya. Labana. Manaka. Hawa'a.
Take it back from verse 9. In
Come, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 2, verse 9, in the English. And the priest shall take the meat offering and a memorial thereof, and shall burn it upon the altar. It is an offering made by fire, of sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 10, and that which is left of the meat offering shall be Aaron's and his sons. It is a thing most holy of the offerings of the Most High made by fire. Verse 11, no meat offering which ye shall bring unto the Most High shall be made with leaven. For ye shall burn no leaven, nor any honey, and any offering of the Lord made by fire. It's like y'all. So this is the feast of unleavened bread, sir. What we speaking of here?
Read it. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta get to the blue letter real quick. Just read on though. I'll come back to you.
Come, sir. Verse 12. As for the oblation of the first fruits, you shall offer them unto the Lord, but they shall not be burnt on the altar for a sweet savior. Verse 13. And every oblation of thy meat of offering shalt thou season with salt. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from the meat offering. With all thine offerings thou shalt offer salt. So I mean, you're supposed to season that thing.
Saying if you don't put no salt, you in violation. Count that on? That's what he's saying.
No, this is not talking about the feast though. But what was your said though?
No, I'm saying in verse 13 is saying that you have to have salt. Like salt is a law. Like in this particular offering, you have to have salt. It says, every oblation of the meat offering shalt thou season with salt. Neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of the God to be lacking. Meaning that you can't do it without the salt.
Yeah, that's what it sound like. That's what it sound like you're saying. But Of course, we'll take it up a cap just to make sure, just to be sure. Because remember, this like with these offerings and these sacrifices, we don't do any of these anymore. So I'm not exactly too what I'm saying sure.
Come on.
I mean, if they were just doing it like that for a certain way or not, but yeah, just jot this down. We'll take this up a cap just to confirm with it, right? But that's what it sounds like it's saying though.
Right.
Like the more Lord, like I need that seasoning.
Come on,
That's what it sounds like. He like don't give me no bland ass meat. You know
What's
what I mean?
up, Christ?
I got one breakfast sandwich left. If anybody,
Oh yeah, it's like you could probably yours is on the table back there.
yeah, your coffee. Oh yeah, and then I got one. You welcome to it. It's in that bag right there.
I hit the water, brother.
And Salakia too, right? Janazar, if you could just you can do that now actually. Yeah, you can just go. Huh? No, you too up. You just come. Yeah, you just come on into it. Cause you're assuming a different position.
Want me to go ahead and read on, sir?
Yeah, kind of. You could Baba Kashar.
Come on, sir. No, it's all 12. Leviticus 2:14. And if thou offer a meat offering of thy first fruits unto the Most High, thou shalt offer the meat offering of thy first fruits, green ears of corn dried by the fire, even corn beaten of full ears. And thou, verse 15, and thou shalt put oil upon it, and lay frankincense thereon. It is a meat offering. Was that it? Or 16, sir?
No, 15 was the last one.
Come on.
But the brother, he's not here right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Normal tradition would be, right, we would go to Ahmadium and we would switch readers, but, the brother's not here right now, so what we're going to do is you just pick back up from 16.
In the Hebrew,
In the Hebrew, yeah.
Come on, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 2, in the Hebrew, verse 16, Salaki. Wahakwa tayar, hakahan, at, azakarata, magarasha, Wamashamana, al, kal, labanata, Aisha.
It'd be like, you're right.
That's 12, sir?
No, you're right, yeah.
Come on, sir. Aisha, la Yahweh. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 1. Wa'am, Zabak, Shalamayam, Kwarab, Nawa, is it Man, Ha-Ba-Kwar.
Yeah, I gotta give Thab one on that one. It could be Man or Mana. Let me see.
It's money.
Yeah, I think that's what he told us before, right? Yeah.
Come on. Man, Habakwar, Hawa'a, Makwarayab, Zakar, Nakwa, Ba, Tamayam, Yakwara, Yab, Nawa, Lapunya, Yahweh. Verse 2. Wasa Mak Yadawa Al Raish Kwarayab Nawa Washa Ka Tawa Patka Patak. What is that? Salakia, sir? Patak? Khan. Ahal Mawa'id, Waza Rakwawa, Bunya, Salakia, Aharan, Salakia, Haba.
When it said K, it had that sharper line to it.
Okay, come I see now. I see the distinction of the water, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Haka han yum at hadam al hamazakat sabayab. Verse 3. Wahakwa rayab mazabak hashala mayam aisha la Yahweh at hakalab hamakasa at hakorab wa'at kal hakalab aishar al. So okay. Ha Korab, verse 4. Wa'at Aishaya, Slakia. Aitat Slakia, Shataya. Ha Bala Yat.
Haka. That's a ka.
Asalakia. Hakalayat. Salakia. Wa'at Hakalab Aishar Ala Han Aishar Al Haka Salayam Wa'at
Yeah, wa'ath.
Wa'at Salakia.
Needs well.
Hayat Rat Al the Hayat. Oh, Salakia. Hayata Rat. Come. Al. Hakabad. Al. Hakalai Ya Wat. Yasayarana. Yasarayana. Verse 5. Waha Kwata Yara Salaki Waha Kwata Yara Wa Atawa Banya Aharan Hamazab Ka Al Ha'ila Aishar Al Ha'itazayam Aishar Al Ha'ash Aisha Rayak Nayakak La Yahweh. Verse 6. It's like Man Hatazaan. Come. Kwarab Salaki.
I think it's
Kwarabanya.
I think
Salaki Karat.
I think it's Kwarbunwa.
Kwarbanyawa.
Kwarbunwa.
Come. Lata Zab. Salaki Lata Ka. No. Latabka. Lazabak. Come. Lazabak. The water, sir. Shalom Shala Mayam La Yahweh Zakar Awa Nakwa Ba Tamayam Yakwa Rayab Nawa. That's it for. Was that 7, sir?
No, yeah. 6 was the last one.
Come on, sir.
You can go back into English.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 2, starting at verse 16 in the English. And the priest shall burn the memorial of it part of the beaten corn thereof, and part of the oil thereof, with all the frankincense thereof. It is an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 1. And if his oblation be a sacrifice of peace offering, if he offer it of the herd, whether it be a male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. Verse 2. And he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering, and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's son, the priest, shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about. Verse 3. And he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering, an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covered the inwards, and all the fat that is up upon the inwards. Verse 4. And the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. Verse 5. And Aaron's sons shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is upon the wood that is on the fire. It is an offering made by fire, of a sweet Savior unto the Most High. Verse 6. And if his offering for a sacrifice of peace offering unto the Lord be of the flock, male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. I think that's the end of that, sir.
So with that, Amadium, up here. Just up here. Yanazar, if you could present yourself, Baba Kashar. Good shit, bro.
Yanazar, Ban Yahawah, Ban Yasha'Allah.
Yanazar, Ban Yahuda, Ban Yasha'Allah.
How about Shem Yahushua B'Rakatam?
Yahba Shim Yahushua Barakatah. Alright, come on up, Yanazar. Alright. Yashab, please be seated. Alright, you're gonna pick up where he left off at.
That would be 7, right?
Can.
Hold on, let me get back there. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 7 in the Hebrew. Kashab, Hawa'ah.
The water.
The water. Kashab, Hawa'ah. Makwariab, Ath, Kwarabanwa, Wahak Kwarayab, Athwa, Lapanya, Yahweh. Verse 8. Wasamak, Ath, Yadawa, Al, Ra'ash, Kwarabanwa, Washakat, Athwa, Lapanya, Ahol, Mawa'id, Wazara, Kwawa, Banya, Aharan, Ath, Damawa, Al, Hamazabak, Sabayab. Verse 9. Wahakara Kwarayab, Mazabak, Hashalamayim, Ashar, La Yahweh, Halabawan, Halabawa, Ha'alahaya, Thamayama, La'aimath, Ha'aitaza, Yasaya Rana, Wa'ath, Hakalab, Hamakasa, Ath, Hakorab, Wa'ath, Kal, Hakalab, Ashar, Al, Hakarab, Quarab, Hakorab, Salakia. Verse 10, Wa'ath, Shathia, Hakaliath, Wa'ath, Hakalab, Ashar, Ilahun, Ashar, Al, Hakasalium, Wa'ath, Hayathorath, Al, Hakabad, Al, Hakalayath, Yayasa, Rana. Verse 11. Waha Kwataya Rawa Hakahun Hamazabaka Salakia Lahum Ashar La Yahweh. Verse 12. Wa'am Aiza Korabanwa Wahakwa Rayabawa Lapanya Yahweh. Verse 13. Wasamak Ath Yadawa Al Ra'ashawa Washakat Athawa Lapanya Ath Ahol Salakia Ahol Mawa'id Wazara Kwawa Banya Aharan Ath Demawa Al Hamazabak Sabayab. Verse 14.
No, that's the last one.
That's the last one? So we go, where do we start? 7, right? The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 7, in the English. If he offer a lamb for his offering, then shall he offer it before the Lord. Verse 8, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of his offering and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron's sons shall sprinkle the blood thereof round about upon the altar. Verse 9, and he shall offer of the sacrifice of the peace offering an offering made by fire unto the Lord. The fat thereof and the whole rump, it shall be taken off hard by the backbone, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards. Verse 10, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver, with the kidneys, it shall he take away. Verse 11, and the priest shall burn it upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 12, and if his offering be of a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord. Verse 13, and he shall lay his hand upon the head of it, and kill it before the tabernacle of the congregation. And the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle the blood thereof upon the altar round about. And verse 14, and he shall offer thereof his offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards.
All right. So with that, just up here, a medium. Reading through them verses, man. Here we go. Don't forget to present yourself.
Kodam, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Wadam, Banya Howard, Banya Shala.
Yahweh Shemel Shabrak Dam.
Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Thah. So you sharp, shit it. Pick up at verse 14.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 14 in the Hebrew. Wahakrayab, Mama Nawa, Kwarab Nawa, Aisha, La Yahweh, At, Hakalab, Hamakasa, Ath, Hakwarab, Wa'at, Kal, Hakalab, Aishar, Al, Hakwarab. Verse 15. Wa'at, Shatya, Hakalayat, Wa'at, Hakalab, Aishar, Alahan, Aishar, Al, Hakasa Layam, Wa'at, Hayat Rat, Al, Hakabad, Al, Hakalayat, Yasaya Ra'na. Verse 16. Waha Kwa Ta Yaram, Hakahan, Hamazabaka, Lakam, Aisha, Larayak, Nayakak, Kal, Kalab, La Yahweh. Verse 17. Kakwat, I Walam, Lada Rat Yakam, Bakal, Mawashab Tayakam, Bakal, Kalab, Wakal, Dam, La'a, Ta'a, Kalawa. The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 1, in the Hebrew. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Maisha, La'amar. Verse 2. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Napash, Kaya, Taka, Ta'a, Basha, Gaga, Macau, Matazawat, Yahweh, Aishar, La'a, Ta'aisha, Ta'aishanaya, Slakia, Ta'aishayana, Wa'aisha, Ma'akat, Mahana. Verse 3. Hakatan. No, Salakia. Hakahan. Hamasha Yak. Yaka Ta'a, La'a Shamath, Ha'aim, Waha Kwa Rayab, Al, Kata A Kata'at, Kata Salakia, Kata A Thawa, Ashar, Kata'atwa, Kanu Kan Thwa, Kasa'a, Par, or is it Par? Is that Par? Come. Par. Ban. Bakwar. Tamayam. La Yahawa. Laka. Ta'at. Is that it? Sir? How far?
Say it one more time.
Laqua Ta'at.
Where you see the quar?
Laqha, Salakia. Laqha Ta'at. Is that the last one or?
Yeah, that's verse 3, right? Yeah.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 3, verse 14. In the English. And he shall offer thereof his offering, even an offering made by fire unto the Most High. The fat that covered the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards. Verse 15. And the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver. With the kidneys it shall he take away. And verse 16. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Most High's. Verse 17. It shall be a perpetual statute of your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. Leviticus chapter 4, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, verse 2, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a soul shall sin through ignorance against any of the commandments of the Most High concerning things which ought not to be done, and shall do against any of them, verse 3, if the priest that is anointed do sin according to the sin of the people, then let him bring for his sin, which he hath sinned, a young bullock, without blemish unto the Most High for a sin offering. That's the end of verse 3, sir.
So with that, Amidium, just up here. Salaki Yanzar, if you could present yourself, Baba Kashar.
Yanazar, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasha'ala.
Yanazar, Ban Yahawada, Ban Yasha'ala.
Yahawah Bashim Al-Shah Brakathum.
Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah Barakatah. So, Yeshab. Verse 4.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 4, in the Hebrew. Wakabia af, hapar al.
You see it? You in chapter 4, verse 4?
Kanavankan.
Sure? Okay. Read one more time from the top.
Now it say something different. So it was an error in my phone.
Oh, okay, kind
Salakia.
That's well.
Wahakabia, kabia af, hapar, or hapara, al, pathak, a hole, mawa'aid, lapanya, Yahweh, wasamak, af, Yadawa al, Ra'ash, Hapar, Wakashat, Ath, Hapar, Lapunya, Yahweh. Verse 5. Walakwak, Hakahan, Hamashayath, Madan, Hapar, Wahabaya'ah, Athwa, Al, Ahol, Mawa'id. Verse 6. Watabol, Akahan, Ath, Ataza, Ba'aiwa, Badam, Wahaza, Man, Hadam, Shabai, Pa'ai Mayam, Lapanya, Yahweh, Ath, Panya, Parakath, Hakadash. Verse 7. Wanahun, Hakahan, Man, Hadam, Al, Quara, Nawath, Mazabak, Quatarath, Hasamayan, Lapanya, Yahweh, Ath, Ba'ahol, Mawa'id, Wa'ath, Cal, Dum, Hapar, Yashapak, Al, Yasawad, Mazabak, Ha'ayla, Ashar, Salakia, Pathak, Ahol, Mawa'id. Verse 8. Wa'ath, Cal, Kalab, Par. Par. Hakata'ath, Yarayam, Mamanawa, Ath, Hakalab, Hamakasa, Al, Hakarab, Wa'ath, Cal, Hakalab, Ashar, Al, Hakarab. Verse 9. Wa'ath, Shathia, Hakaliah, Kaliath, Wa'ath, Hakalab, Ashar, Aliyahun, Ashar, Al, Hakasalium, Wa'ath, Hayatharath, Al, Hakabad, Al, Habalaya, Wath, Yesaya Rana. Verse 10. Ka'ashar, Yarawum, Mashawar, Zabak, Hashalamium, Wahaquatarium, Hakahun Al, Mazabak, Ha'ayla. And we started at 5, right? No.
I'm sorry, 4.
4, Salaki. The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 4. And he shall bring the bullock unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, and shall lay his hand upon the bullock's head and kill the bullock before the Lord. Verse 5. And the priest that is anointed shall take of the bullock's blood it bring into the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 6, and the priest shall dip his finger in the blood and sprinkle of the blood 7 times before the Lord, before the veil of the sanctuary. Verse 7, and the priest shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar of the sweet incense before the Lord, which is in the tabernacle of the congregation, Salakia, and shall pour all the blood of the bullock at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offerings, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 8, and he shall take off from it all the fat of the bullock for a sin offering, the fat that covereth the inwards, and all the fat that is upon the inwards. Verse 9, and the 2 kidneys and the fat that is upon them, which is by the flanks, and the caul above the liver with the kidneys, it shall be taken away. Verse 10, as it was taken off from the bullock of the tabernacle of peace offerings, and the priest shall burn them upon the altar of the burnt offering.
All right. So with that, just up here, Amadium. Go down. Can you present yourself again?
Kodam, Banyahara, Banyashala.
Kodam, Banya Banya Shala.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat. So let's see. Twice. Yeah. Okay, I ran through them today. Yeah,
I did 3, so this is 4.
yeah, because he did too. 'Cause he did another one when you went to the bathroom. Yeah, so there. Yeah. All right, so just your shop. Here.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 11, in the Hebrew. Wa'at, Iwar, Hapar, Wa'at, Cow, Basharwa, Al, Ra'ashawa, Wa'al, Ka, Salakia, Karai Yawa, Wakwa Rabawa, Salakia, Wakwa Rabwa,
Yeah.
Waparashwa, verse 12. Waha Watazayam, Salakia, Waha Wa Taza Ya'a, Ath, Kal, Hapar, Al, Makha, Wataza, Lamakana, Al, Makwa, Wam, Tahawar, Al, Shapak,
There you go.
Hadashan, Washarap, Atwa, Al, Itazayam, Ba'ash, Al, Shapar, Salaki, Shapak, Hadashan, Yasharap, verse 13. Wa'am, Kal, Idam, Salaki, Idath, Yasha'ala, Yashagawa, Wana Ilam, Dabar, Ma'ai Yan Ma'ayanya.
Nice.
Hakwa Hal. Wa'a Shawa. Akat. Makal. Matazawat. Yahweh. Aisha. La'ah.
Yeah, you're right. It's like my fault.
Hey, it's too hard, sir. The Ashayana, Wa'a Shamwa. Verse 14. Wanawad I. Hakata'at Aishar. Ta'awa. Alaya. Wahakwa Rayabawa. Kwahal Par. Bun. No, Salakia. Kaya. Khan. Oh, it was right. Bun. Khan. Bun. Bakwar. Laka Ta'at. Waha Baya'awa. Aitawa. Lapanya. Ahau. Ma'id, Salakia. Verse 15. Wasa Makawa. Taquanya. Ha'al. Ha'ida. Ath. Yadaya Ham. Al. Ra'ash. Hapar. Lapanya. Yahweh. Washakat. Ath. Hapar. Lapanya. Yahweh. Verse 16. Wahabayah. Hakahan. Hamashayak. Madam. Hapar. Al. Ahal. Ma'id. Verse 17. Watabal. Hakahan. Atazab. Aiwa. Man. Hadam. Wahaza. Ba'ai. Pa'ai. Mayam. Lapanya. Yahweh. Ath. Panya. Ha Parakat. Verse 18. Man. Ha Hadam. Yatan. Al. Kwara. Nath. Hamazabak. Ashar. Lapanya. Yahweh. Ashar. Hal. Ma'id. Wa'at. Kal. Hadam. Yashapak. Al. Yasawad. Mazabak. Ha'ila. Aisha. Patak. Aihal. Mawa'id. Verse 19. Wa'at. Kal. Kalabawa. Yarayam. Mamanawa. Waha Kwata. Waha Kwatayar. Hamazaka. Slakia. Hamazabak. Verse 20. Wa'isha. Lapar. Shar. Aisha. Lapar. Haka Ta'at. Ban. Ya'isha. Lan. No, is it Lawa? Wakapar. Alaham. Hakahan. Wanasalak. Laham. So I done lost count, sir.
No, it's well. 20 was the last one.
20 kind of account. Oh, most I correct.
So bring it back to verse 11.
11. Kind of account. The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 11. And the skin of the bullock, and all his flesh with his head, and with his legs, and his inwards, and his dung.
Actually, 17 was the last one, but it's all right.
Hey, most I Christ. I got it to a groove, sir.
It's all good.
Most I Christ. The book of Leviticus, chapter 4, verse 12. Even the whole bullock shall he carry forth without the camp unto a clean place, where the ashes are poured out, and burn him on the wood with fire. Where the ashes are poured out shall he be burnt. Verse 13. And if the whole congregation of Israel sin through ignorance, and the thing be hid from the eyes of the assembly, and they have done somewhat against any of the commandments of the Most High concerning things which should not be done, and are guilty. Verse 14. When the sin which they have sinned against it is known, then the congregation shall offer a young bullock for the sin, and bring him before the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 15. And the elders of the congregation shall lay their hands upon the head of the bullock before the Most High, and the bullock shall be killed before the Most High. Verse 16. And the priest that is anointed shall bring of the bullock's blood to the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 17. And the priest shall dip his finger of the blood and sprinkle it 7 times before the Most High, even before the veil. Verse 18. And he shall put some of the blood upon the horns of the altar which is before the Most High, that is in the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall pour out all the blood at the bottom of the altar of the burnt offering, which is at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 19. And he shall take all his fat from him, and burn it upon the altar. Verse 20. And he shall do with the bullock as he did with the bullock for a sin offering, so shall he do with this. And the priest shall make an atonement for them, and it shall be forgiven them.
All right. So we're gonna clip it up right here. You know what I'm saying?
I did, but I read the Hebrew. Okay, yeah, so I went ahead.
Right, so one point and knocking the brother. You know what I'm saying? When they got into his groove, couple extra scriptures. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pick up next week, man. We're gonna pick up Leviticus chapter 4. We can start back up at verse 21, right?
Oh, come.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pick right back up where we left off. Keep diving into this history, man. Keep diving into, you understand what I'm saying, our lineage. Of course, this is dealing with the laws of sacrifice, which we don't, partake in anymore. But it's also, still good to read about it and, you know what I'm saying, learn about our customs that we used to keep, because when you go in this Bible, you find out we are a very, disciplined people, and the Lord wants things done a specific way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Which further proves that, this society is not of the Lord at all, because you can do what you would want any kind of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However you see fit, but you know what I'm saying, being a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indian, we are supposed to live very disciplined and strict lives, man. You understand? And the Bible, following the Bible, you develop and learn all the characteristics you need and traits you need in life. You know what I'm saying? From the Bible, you learn discipline. You understand? You learn how to have integrity. You know what I'm saying? You learn what real love is, what real brotherhood is. You know what I'm saying? You learn everything you need, all the traits and characteristics you need to be successful in this place, you learn from the Bible. You understand? But you only going to get that true, you understand what I'm saying, knowledge that broken down to you 100% in the Israelite School and Universal Practical Knowledge, man.
That's right.
Under Commander General Yohana. You understand? What's up, y'all?
The general, I was listening to that. He said, what we learn and what we give to each other, we give each other the spirit to perform the Lord.
Damn right.
Perform the Lord. That's what they didn't have before Christ came.
They just knew, do this, don't do that. Do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But just like the vibe, like you said, the vibe and the spirit behind it, I actually, giving a damn and caring, you know what I mean? and doing it because you don't want somebody to do it to you, and you know what I mean, like that spirit of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Of course, what Christ came and embedded in us 100%. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna pick up next week Leviticus chapter 4 and verse 21. So, you know what I'm saying? So everyone, Madium, right? Pose the blow, right? But I don't think. Huh? Nah, he had it once, so he ain't got to do it twice. Yeah, once he had it once already. Oh, well, actually, no, actually, you do got to read because we had another. You got to drink it because we had another reader. If it was just you reading, then you know. Then you wouldn't have to, but
Most time Christ.
yeah, don't mind Sadat.
Yeah, it's all too well.
Take him to counsel. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. So we'll just go to Barak, wherever you know where he taking his drink. Right?
La Yasha'ala.
La Yasha'ala.
No, that's what I'm talking. I'm supposed to get a whole another blow. Y'all got that piece over there? That's all good, y'all. You my brother. It's all right. Sabbath service. I know you weren't doing nothing wrong last night.
Most I ain't crying.
Oh, so slightly putting up. Can you grab that? Because you're going to hold that right over the same price. GP is on you for the Hebrew. So, Wapa Yakwadam means rise and face the east. Close out with these prayers. You want my mic or you going to take it? It's it. Okay.
The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Asha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Latundanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawatanawa, Kasalakanawa, Kabawatanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La'awalayam, Amen.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Hakat, the power, in Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Babakasha, Latundanaw, Haka, La Para, Wakal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Haka, Latahar, Ha, Matazarayim, Haka, Salakia, Lahakim, Hamatayim, Haka, Arakar Wath, Hamata'ala, Lagar Rashan, Bahashim Yahweh, Tawada Aman.
In English, Yahweh. In the name Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you. So be it.
Blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Meakyala. Wa Alahayim. Matazabiyah. Alawap Yana. Ha Alawapyum. Ha Saroyum. Ha Quartazoyum. Ha Koyayoyum. Waha Akwatyum. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahweh. Dawad Amen.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha. Ayan. Salaka. Ayanya. Alahorium. Mahayan. Yaba. Salaka. Yaba'a. Azaria. Ma'im. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Wa'arataza. Alyathan. Lamawat. Ragarka. Al-Yawam. Shamarka. Hana. La'a. Yadawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazarka. Ayad. Yamayanka. Oh, Salakia. Yamyaka. Yawawam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makara. Yashamar. Atapashka. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Taza'aka. Wabawa'aka. Matai. So, Mayata. Wa'abalayim.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Takarash. Wa'al Shalaki. Wa'al Tashakwat. Al. Kayahana. Awa Yabyaka. Yahama Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Amyaka. Yawar Ya'ari Yawama. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'atazawar. Al-Tazawamyaka. Amarwa. Lakawar. Wana Kakiram. Magawa. Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shem Yashala.
Shem Yashala.
Awadah.
Awadah.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ai Tazawar.
Nawa'ai Tazawar.
Labar.
Labar.
Lakadwa.
Lakadwa.
Slakia. Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Boya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakaratwa.
Ahalya.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagorium.
Wahagorim.
Gabar.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'agawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashath.
Palashat.
Amyashabya.
Anamishabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gaimashawar.
Ramashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Amaim.
Almai.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarawai.
Sarawai.
Labanya Lakwat.
Labani Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Ashalaham.
Kamadan.
Kamadan.
Salakia. Kamajan.
Kamajin.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabin.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayash.
Koyash.
One.
One.
Nasham. Salakia. Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayan Dara.
Bayandayara.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'idma.
La'adma.
Salakia. La'idama.
La'adma.
Shayatamwa.
Shayadamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yabmawa.
Yahwa.
Karab.
Karab.
Wakaza Aba.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Bak.
Wakaza Bak.
Wakatazar.
Wakaza Zor.
Manai.
Manai.
Cow. Nayasaya Kamwa.
Nahashaya Kamor.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
That's like it. Ata.
Ata.
Oh, it's like Ath.
Ah.
Na'awath.
Na'awa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayadamwa.
Kagala. Kagagala.
Kagagala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakawa.
Lapanya Rakwawa.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tabia Ira Yaira.
Tabia Ira Ira.
Wakala Abab.
Wakala Haba.
Dalahat.
Alahat.
Harayam.
Harayam.
Khan.
Khan.
Dawadatma.
Taradatma.
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
With Paka.
Wabaka.
Dabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Malaa.
Malaa.
Panyahum.
Panyahum.
Qualawan.
Qualawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwasha.
Bakwasha.
Bakwashwa.
Bakwashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Balholwa.
Baholwa.
Aja'id.
Ajai.
Waya.
Waya.
Kapara.
Kapara.
Kaparwa.
Kaparwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Abadwa.
Abadwa.
Waya.
Waya.
Daiwa.
Daiwa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Ata.
Atha.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Al Yawan.
Ayawan.
Al Kaha Arataza.
Al-Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thy silence,
Keep not thy silence,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
O
O
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation,
being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
Ishmaelites,
of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre,
Ashur
Ashur
also is joined with them.
joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah, do unto them
unto them
as unto the Midianites,
the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin, at the brook of Kibson,
Brook of Kibson,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb,
and like Zeeb.
like Zeeb.
Yea, all their princes
All their princes,
as Zabah
as Zabah,
and as Almunah,
Almunah,
who said, Let us take to ourselves
take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh
houses of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
O my
Oh
power,
my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stumble before the
as
wind,
stumble before the wheel,
as the fire burned the wood,
as the fire burned the wood,
and as the flame
as the flame
set the mountains on
set
fire.
the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy
they
name.
may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded,
and troubled forever.
troubled forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame
Let them be put to shame,
and perish, that men may know
that men may know
that thou, whose name alone
name alone
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High
are the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
So which means to turn, right? Salakia, right? We were supposed to actually salute, you know what I'm saying? Get a Torah salute, you know what I'm saying? Before the prayers, right? So since I skipped this out on that, we're going to do that right now. So, men of Israel, gird ourselves, right? To prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakayah.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shabrak. Yeah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Brakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakiyah.
So you can put that down. You can call it prayer.
Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madim Shabbat, Majid, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakiyah.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah Brakatham.
Yadam Matah, hands down, class dismissed.